Yeah, what it do, everybody? It's your man Dre, aka Dre on Wheels. Y'all already know what it is, man. Welcome everyone to a live edition of the 11:30 podcast, Talk Pro Wrestling. What's goody? How everybody doing out there, man? It's Saturday. Hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving, man. Thanksgiving was yummy. It was good. Hey, yo, we passed that now, but I hope everyone is thankful out there, is blessed, and staying safe. It's time to talk some pro wrestling. Good night. Good morning, good night, good afternoon to all my listeners all across the world, man. Good afternoon, because we live right here on YouTube, and we live on the 11:30 podcast Facebook page. Yes, you guys, we're gonna be getting to everything. I'm gonna have some guys that's gonna be joining me here in just a bit, in just a few. My guy Warren Marlowe from the Commission Talks. And I'm going to have my guy Brian B. Yes, from the B Line Entertainment LLC, that's going to be joining me here on Talk Pro Wrestling, the live edition of Talk Pro Wrestling. As we get into Survivor Series, you guys, that we are just hours and hours away from Survivor Series, man. We got some big matches going down, big matches on the card, and we're gonna get into them here on the show, man. But for real, before we get into everything, you guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Yes, you guys, like it, leave a comment, and share it, do all that great stuff, and don't forget to follow the 11:30 podcast on all social media platforms. So, you guys, like I said, man, it's time to talk some pro wrestling. We're gonna get into it. We got Survivor Series, you guys. Yes, Survivor Series is coming up tonight. Survivor Series War Games. Everyone, man, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, definitely leave a comment and tell me what you are excited about for Survivor Series War Games tonight, man. It's going to be a big night, huge night. We got 5 big matches that are going down tonight. On Survivor Series War Games. What match are you excited for? We're going to jump into a couple of matches. Like I said, I'm going to be joined by my guys, Warren Marlowe and also Brian B here on the show this week. But first and foremost, we're going to get into a couple of matches that are going down tonight for Survivor Series, you guys. For Survivor Series, we're going to start off with the first one. Yes, you guys. We got AJ Styles, the phenomenal AJ Styles, taking on Finn Balor, you guys. Yes, these two guys has been going at it for some time and a couple of weeks ever since Judgment Day has been ruling Monday Night Raw with Rhea Ripley, Dominic Mysterio, and Damian Priest. I'm loving every last bit of what Judgment Day is doing, and they're going up against the OC. And as prior we seen a couple of weeks ago, prior we seen the return of Mia Yim to WWE to join the OC, and I talked about this on Commission Talks a couple of weeks ago, which I initially thought that this match or the WWE was going to still continue to do some traditional Survivor Series, 5-on-5 matches, but that's not the case this year. This one, we're going to have a one-on-one match. We've seen AJ Styles versus Finn Balor go head to head before classic match. They wrestled at, I believe, TLC one time, where a couple of guys were not able to make the show. I think AJ Styles was supposed to be taking on someone else. I don't know how it was going to. Finn Balor was supposed to be taking on somebody else or AJ, but they wound up having a awesome matchup at TLC a couple of years ago. But man, these guys have tremendous history over in Japan and now here in WWE. Finn Balor versus AJ Styles. Everyone, man, for real. Everyone who's watching on Facebook and on YouTube, you guys, man, if you're watching, definitely hit the like button down below. Yes, man, like it, leave a comment, and tell me what you guys think and who all are your favorite picks for tonight's big, huge event, man. I'm waiting on a couple of guys to come in and join me. My guy Warren Marlowe and also Blackheart. I mean, excuse me, not Blackheart. Brian B. Speaking of Blackheart, I want to say shout out to my guy Blackheart, man. Prayers go out to you, man. Hope you get well. And also, my guy Blackheart's going to be going to Survivor Series tonight. So yeah, man, Survivor Series is going to be awesome in Boston. Massachusetts, man, Boston, Massachusetts. That's going to be great. But yeah, you guys, man, who you guys pick? Definitely, man. If you're watching on YouTube and also here on Facebook as well, definitely leave a comment down below. Tell me what you think, man. Engage, man. There's some people watching the show, just getting started here. And also, I got my guys Warren Marlowe and Brian B once again. That's going to be joining me here on the show, man. Okay, we're gonna get with it. We're gonna get with it, you guys. All right. Okay, man. Waiting for Brian B. All right, all right, all right, all right. Enough of all the shenanigans now. Okay, yes, you guys. AJ Styles versus Finn Balor. That's going down tonight. If I'm going to have to choose, I'm going to go with Judgment Day. Even though AJ Styles and the OC definitely need this victory going into Survivor Series tonight, you guys. So I'm definitely going with the Judgment Day. Let me know, man. Let me know. Everybody, leave a comment down below for real, man. The gang is going to be joining me here in a few for Survivor Series, man. For real. Tell me who you guys got. Tell me who you guys got as we wait here for everyone else or my guys to be joining me. Man, it's been a definitely. I want to know how everyone Thanksgiving was, man. What you munched down on, man? What did you munch down on? Had me some fried chicken, mac and cheese, sweet potatoes, some greens, some rice, man. Definitely. I know everybody tore up the turkey, man. I think that's legendary. Turkey was is on everybody Thanksgiving, plate. Me personally, I'm like, man, I'm a little over turkey, bro. I feel like that is just a generic Thanksgiving dinner to just go to, right? Turkey. So I was just like, yo, let's have something else though. Fiance threw down, mother-in-law threw down. First Thanksgiving with little man, so man, I'm excited. Um, as a dad and stuff. Before we move along here on the show. I got a dope episode out right now with my guy Brian B. Who's supposed to be joining me in just a bit, you guys, because we live, man. We live here on YouTube and Facebook. We talked about dads and we talked about parenting and stuff like that. That's awesome. So definitely check out the latest episode of the 11:30 podcast, you guys, with my guy Brian B. And also new episode and new season premiere and a fresh episode, season one, episode one of Beyond 11:30, you guys. Yes, coming this this Thursday, man. This Thursday is going to be dropping on the 11:30 podcast YouTube channel. So definitely tune in, man. Tune in, waiting for a couple of guys, but we're gonna keep it rolling on, and we're gonna come back to some of these matches that's going down at Survivor Series tonight. Also, you guys, another huge matchup that we got at Survivor Series. We have Austin Theory. Now we've seen over the last couple of weeks what Austin Theory has been going through, from losing the money in the bank briefcase to cashing in on the United States champion. I was just like, yo, United States, you cashing in on the United States championship? Yo, like really? Yo, Terry Brownfield, WWE Survivor Series War Games. Yes, man, for real. It's time. Are you ready, man? It's time for a war, man. It's really time for a war. But just like I was saying, Austin Theory over the last couple of weeks, and I've been talking about it here on the podcast and on Commission Talks. He cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase, and I was the first to admit, was like, man, this guy is not going nowhere. Then he started to get sort of like a mentor relationship, dad sort of relationship with Vince McMahon prior to his, exit of WWE. And it's just like, ah, man, what is this kid Austin Theory? What's going on with him, man? He was getting some W's, getting some wins over guys that you was like, really? Okay. And then we got Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley, who was a former United States champion, who was dogging everything, man, left to right. I'm talking about he was the Almighty and still is the Almighty, and he had a feud with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins became the number one contender for the United States Championship. Now, credit to Seth Rollins, hard worker. Not to discredit none of the other two guys here. That's in this match, but Seth Rollins definitely has been busting his ass off, and we haven't seen Seth Rollins with gold in some time in WWE. And the matchup that was in Brooklyn, New York, a few weeks back, where Seth Rollins had a one-on-one matchup with Bobby Lashley, and he destroyed. Well, I'm gonna say he destroyed Bobby Lashley, but Bobby Lashley got destroyed before the matchup. Yes, Bobby Lashley got destroyed before the matchup, and which left Bobby Lashley sort of prone in the ring, and Seth Rollins came out and did his thing. Pinned Bobby Lashley. Seth became the new United States champion. Now, Bobby Lashley, ever since then losing the United States championship, has been on a tear, has been on a rampage, and he's looking to get back his United States championship by any means necessary, man. For real, by any means necessary. And the loss that he took at WWE Crown Jewel a couple of weeks ago was not too pretty, man. Was not too pretty. Bobby did pick up the first win at he did pick up the first win at the Royal Rumble earlier this year. He did pick up that victory, but in my opinion, I was like, yo, Bobby Lashley needs to pick up another W over Brock Lesnar. No matter what. And I understand Brock Lesnar is the attraction. He's the guy to come in to sort of put others over. But I felt like Bobby Lashley, the Almighty, this has been his year. This has been his time. He don't need to lose another match. But down the road, hopefully, we will be getting Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar 3, and hopefully this takes place at WrestleMania, you guys. Hopefully it takes place at WrestleMania. But Bobby Lashley is going to do anything he got to do to, like I said, to get that gold back. And now we have a triple threat match in, as I was speaking with Austin Theory and this whole stuff that he was going through, cashing in, being unsuccessful. Then he's in that club with John Cena and Baron Corbin and stuff. But now Triple H has sort of did a 360 on Austin Theory's character, man. I like what he's been presenting to the WWE universe, saying, man, I'm not a boy, man. I'm here to win championships, man. I'm not the next one. I'm not the next big thing. I'm the now. And for the way Austin Theory is presenting himself, he has a highly huge chance of getting this United States Championship back. He did make a claim that, yo, I tried to cash in, man. It didn't work. It didn't go my way. But will it go Austin Theory way tonight in this triple threat matchup for the United States Championship? Man, let me know who you guys got. Everyone's watching Facebook, YouTube. Definitely leave a comment, man. Like it, share it, tell everyone about the show. I'm ready for Survivor Series War Games tonight. I hope you guys are ready for Survivor Series War Games tonight. But as much as Bobby Lashley is looking to get back his United States champion, and as much as Austin Theory want to continue to lay a claim to his name and rise of stardom in WWE, I feel like Seth Rollins may retain um, the United States Championship tonight, man. Yeah, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins retaining the United States Championship, you guys. Who you guys got, man? For real. Still waiting on my guys, Warren Marlowe and Brian B. If they're going to be joining me here on the podcast, look, man, I can talk all wrestling all day long, man. For real. So I'm definitely excited. Really, definitely excited. But who you guys got between Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, and Bobby Lashley that's going down? So I think, man, this is going to be a show stealer. Obviously, we got both of the Survivor Series War Games match in the women's and the men's. I feel like this triple threat matchup between Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, and Bobby Lashley is really going to sneak up and I think take the show, by surprise. Who knows though? But oh man, it's going to be a good one, man. Definitely a good one. If you're watching, wherever you're watching that, man, definitely do me a favor. Hit the like button down below. Yes, hit the like button down below. And definitely share it. Share this episode, man. Share this episode and share the 11:30 podcast, man. Yo, as I've been talking this whole episode for a few, I told you guys, man, I got my guy Warren Marco going to be joining me here, man. My guy from Commission Talk. Warren, man, what's going on, my guy?
What up, bro? What's up? What's up? How you doing, man?
What's going on? What's going on, man? Nothing, man. Chilling, man. Getting ready for Survivor Series. Chopping it up here, man. Just going over a couple of matches, man. That's going down tonight, man. How's everything? How's your day going?
Good, man. Hanging out with the family. So as you can tell, I'm in the car right now. But I I'm excited about Survivor Series. I know we've been talking about it for a while. This is basically the build up for Royal Rumble, the build up for what we're hoping for at WrestleMania. So it all goes down tonight.
Okay. Any predictions? Anything that you're looking forward to tonight, though? It's only five
Uh,
matches on the card, obviously, with the two big War Games matches, though.
mhm.
Any matchup you interested in or looking forward to?
I'm really intrigued with the Finn Balor and AJ Styles match, just because that's like that's been that dream match for any, like, like the hardcore fan base. I would say that's probably the match everybody's going to be more intrigued with. This one is going to be a story for, at least hopefully, for the OC to get a build up to something that get a one up on Judgment Day. But we also saw the thing with Dominic on
Hmm.
Thanksgiving Day, and that
Yeah.
even transcend that storyline to make that more believable. Him attacking Ray at home, so I'm really intrigued to know what Judgment Day is going to do. I gotta say it, man. Dominic addition to Judgment Day has actually made him more credible on the
Yeah.
roster.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I saw that video on social media, but then they aired it on SmackDown, and I was like, okay,
Hmm.
this is kind of like a build up. We talked about it on Commission Talk. I talked about it, a build up to a big matchup between Rey Mysterio and his son
Hmm.
Dominic. And ever since he have joined um, Judgment Day, he's came more sort of relevant, and he's came more
Fans hate him.
people. Yeah, people want to hate him, and he kind of like that little arrogant, person in the back. Every time uh Damien says something, then he want to kind of like be a sidekick in the background, like what is
Hmm.
what up, like. So yeah, I think
You
it's
know who he
leading
reminds
up.
me of is Enzo Amore. He reminds me of like
Enzo.
Enzo. You
Uh
know,
huh.
with Cass always fighting his fights and stuff. Like he was the chimer, the little mouthpiece, but Enzo would always rely on Cass to fight his fights. So I mean, I like that. I like the thing on it. I mean, I think the number one question for all of us is who's the leader of Judgment Day. Like I would have said Finn, but Finn wrestles way too many matches for him to be considered the leader. Believe it or not,
Hmm.
it might be Damian Priest, but Damian Priest I don't see as that core main guy. Honestly, I think the person that's running Judgment Day is probably Rhea Ripley.
That's what I was just about to say. That's what I was just about to say. I feel like who's running Judgment Day is Rhea Ripley. You got Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's doing his thing. I think this is something, like I said before, something really new. He haven't really been such of a heel in WWE since he been in WWE, and now with
Mm-hmm.
him being in Judgment Day, it's kind of like taking off. And then obviously Damian Priest adding in, and with Dominic, I feel like Rhea Ripley has been the center focus. Everything she's
Yeah.
doing with Dominic and just being the main person. She out here suplexing Luke Gallows from the OC.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. I mean, it's giving all of them a credible story. That's one big plus about all of them. I mean, we all sat here and said, what was this going to be built up for? Obviously, this was supposed to have been a whole different scenario than what we're getting because Edge was supposed to run this thing all the way to Mania. So got some crackers, though? I mean, it's like that audible level, and it's changed a little bit. So I mean, it's a major plus to this, and it's good for this team because they could have literally just killed this faction instantly if it wasn't going to be what they wanted it planned as. But
Yeah,
obviously, they have something into this one, so I'm intrigued to see what's going to happen with this.
All right, man. I'm intrigued though. But who you said you got AJ Styles though? Because I chose Finn Balor of Judgment Day. I feel like they just on a
I think
roll.
I think
But I also
AJ's got to get this win. I think
yeah,
AJ's got to get this one. Um, for this feud to continue, AJ's got to get one. They got to get
got you,
one,
got you,
especially
got you.
knowing that they got the female problem solver now. So I feel like
Yeah.
that's going to be the tipping of the iceberg to this match.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Okay, I agree. I agree to some point, man. Look here, I like Judgment Day. A theme song is definitely on my Spotify playlist, though. But I'm all the way Judgment Day. But definitely AJ Styles need a victory real soon, and soon as tonight here for Survivor Series or War Games, another matchup that I was chatting about just a few moments ago. Your boy
Oh,
Austin Theory is really having a 360 in his career in
mm-hmm.
WWE. And I feel like this match is going to be a sleeper for tonight's show. We got both big matches. We got a women's title match on the line, but this matchup with Seth Rollins got two people gunning down his throat to become the next United States champion. Yeah, but who you got taking the title
Oh
home
man,
tonight in this one, man?
I want to say Theory. I want to say it, but I think it'd be way too early just for him to get that transcend instantly and let him get that title back. I would call that basically an AEW booking if they did it that way. But I love the fact that we can get a suspense part to this, and it's not just like we got a guarantee that Seth Rollins is going to win because there's a possibility you can see Bobby Lashley involved. You can possibly see Austin Theory come in there and one up somebody. I said it. I say it like how I said on Commission Talks. I think Seth is going to pull it out at the end, but it's going to be a Theory and Lashley fight back and forth in most of that match, in my opinion.
Okay, okay. Theory and Lashley just going to go at it while Seth Rollins kind of like pick the bones
I
and
think, yeah,
come in.
like kind of like just sits there and trying to like analyze it a little bit, let them fight off a little bit, and then I think Rollins is going to be considered like that pinball back and forth. If it'd be like that match, I mean, it's a crazy comparison, but it does kind of fit that similarity. If anybody remembers the Royal Rumble match between Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, and John Cena, I feel like that's going to be that type of build up. He's going to be in the middle of it. He's going to be back and forth, and he'll be involved in it, but he's not going to be the main focal of that match.
Gotcha.
If anybody
Gotcha.
remembers that match.
Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I got Seth
Plus,
Rollins
he's
kind of
got the
like what?
blonde hair. He's got the blonde hair now, so he's damn near almost back fully to that Royal Rumble ordeal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When I first saw that, I was like, yeah, Seth Rollins sort of, and this is his 10-year anniversary of his WWE debut, and when he came in with sort of half blonde, half black, and I dig it. I dig it though. But I think Seth Rollins, man, it's been a while since like I was saying, it's been a while since we've seen him. Been champion in WWE. Now he's United States champion. I don't think he's gonna let up though. Let up off this title, and neither is both guys. Obviously, Austin Theory is looking making a mark and to prove everyone wrong that he is the now and not the next big thing or the next this. He's Austin Theory, and obviously Bobby Lashley is, trying to recover from a loss at Crown Jewel against Brock Lesnar and also become champion again, though. So,
Mhm.
final pick. You got 30. I'm gonna walk away with Seth Rollins in this
All right. I'll be the oddball in this. Yeah, I'll go for Theory. I got to go for my boy.
one. Okay, okay.
I
Well,
will say this,
I
though.
dig it.
I'm very glad at what they've done with this because they could. I will say this. The one thing I am glad about it is they did not just go, okay, he lost the money in the bank. That's it for him. Like, I'm glad they've done something. If it was a booking that we were used to for so long, they would literally have booked it and be like, okay, that was a nice run. We'll try again next year type scenario. So I'm glad that they got some hope involvement for him in the future.
Mm, okay,
Maybe
I
Intercontinental
get this.
title, maybe something. I mean, something. That's all we need. We need something.
And you know the crazy thing is when I was saying about 30 and this cash in, I was like, well maybe he could have cashed in on the Intercontinental title, and then I had to remember who was the Intercontinental champion. I was like, there's no way he's cashing in on Walter, not one bit at all. But
I
yeah,
knew
you
that one
guys,
wasn't gonna
yeah,
happen.
yeah, knew that one wasn't gonna happen at all neither.
He
Uh,
had a better chance on he
he
had a better
did,
chance on Dana Brooke than that. Come on.
yeah. Oh man. But I appreciate everyone joining me here for this live episode. Talk Pro Wrestling, man. If you're joining on Facebook or YouTube, definitely hit the like button. Share it. Subscribe, man. For real. It's been a great time. We're getting ready for Survivor Series War Games. Warren, how was your Thanksgiving?
Good man. It was actually the first time I've been off on Thanksgiving, so it was nice to actually be able to spend it with family. It was a little different than what we're used to, just because of family issues and stuff. But it was a good one, man. I mean, get to spend it with family, enjoying it with your loved ones and stuff like that. That's what it's really all about, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. Spend time with
I
your
know a
loved
little
ones.
man. How much food was he stuffing in his mouth?
Man, look at man. He was ready to eat before the food was ready. I think he
I
was the
know
first
how
one
was
awake.
little man.
He was ready to eat before everyone else, man. For real. So definitely grateful and
Oh,
thankful, to be a dad and have a first Thanksgiving with him. So that's awesome, man. I hope everyone out there enjoyed their Thanksgiving and whatever you did, the holidays or whatnot. But Survivor Series War Games is definitely coming up in a couple of hours. We have the SmackDown. Also, you guys, we got my man Brian B. He's having some technical issues, but he's supposed to be joining us in just a bit. But we're gonna keep the show rolling on and Brian B come in. We're gonna definitely chop it up with him. We have another match that's going down at Survivor Series. Uh, Ronda Rousey, SmackDown Women's Champion, against Chauncey. Tell me what your thoughts on this match, and who any favorite and who you think gonna win.
all right, so I'll say Ronda obviously is going to be the match, whatever. But Shotzi having this is going to be a transition for her to actually see if she fits in a picture to be considered possibly in the future a women's champion. So I think this is going to be that moment to see if she can be that girl. And I think this is a time for Triple H to test her out and be like, hey, you've wanted this for a long time. Prove it to me. Prove it to me. See what you got on this. I see it's kind of like a Liv Morgan type story, but I think Shotzi's got more of a publicity than what Liv would have, I would hope. But obviously, this is going to be one for Ronda just to have one, and maybe we're going to see something build up in the future.
Okay. Cool. Last night on SmackDown, I thought maybe they was gonna take Chauncey out this match and replace her with someone else, but I think they didn't go that direction. But Chauncey
Mm-hmm.
is someone new, definitely like how you said, someone to test and see if she got it and stuff. But Ronda Rousey is taking this all the way, you guys, all the way, in my opinion. Um, Thought someone else was, they was going to add maybe a triple threat or a fatal four way, but like I said, I was a fan of them keeping the um the traditional 5-on-5 Survivor Series matches. So just like the AJ Styles and Finn Balor matchup, that could have been a 5-on-5 between the Judgment Day and OC, and had a 5-on-5 with a women's with Team Ronda and Team Chauncey. I don't know, but this matchup really don't sell it for me. But I'm just gonna go with Ronda Rousey. I'm gonna go with Ronda Rousey all the way.
I mean, think of it this way: it might build up Shotzi, especially knowing that they did the little thing on SmackDown. It might kind of show her strength, might build her up, make her look strong. What we believe in wrestling. Obviously, this is gonna be a test match. This is gonna be a test match for Ronda Rousey, just to continue that championship reign, continue that bad guy persona. And with Shayna involved in the Wiz now, I feel like that's gonna be a good addition and maybe build up something in the future with that.
Mm, okay, okay.
Only time will tell, though.
Yeah, only time will tell. All right, you guys, man. I'm going with Ronda Rousey all the way, man, all the way. Okay, we have the women's 5-on-5 uh war games match. Women's 5-on-5 war games match, and well, last night's college football game, I'm pretty sure it got spoiled for a lot of people, even myself. But nonetheless, Warren, you was another person who was like, "Yo, man, they need to save this to Survivor Series," and they made the announcement at
They
the
let
top of
me down.
SmackDown.
They let me
Yeah,
down.
I get the logic behind it, because a couple of years ago, SmackDown fell on a Friday, fell on a Christmas night,
They needed the
and it was a
ratings.
yeah, they needed the ratings. A bunch of football, NFL came on, and then right after that, SmackDown came on, and it was a big boost. And for Becky to come out, as soon as she came on, I get it. But nonetheless, man, she returned on SmackDown to join Team Bianca. So, uh, you were right. You were right. You said Bianca. I was just kind of just saying Naomi just to throw somebody else's name in there because a lot of people thought it was Sasha Banks, man. A lot of people thought it was Sasha.
I think she might still pop up tomorrow. She might still pop up. I don't think Sasha's fully done with WWE. That's my honest opinion. With knowing that she's in the ring right now, still training, still doing the things, and teasing around, just looking at training with people that they see and stuff like that. But
Hmm. Okay. And well, I hope these do pop up. We haven't seen Sasha Banks in a while though. But be Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch has joined Team Bianca Belair, and I feel like it's going to come down. My choice and my predictions is going to stay the same with Becky returning and being on Team Bianca is going to throw all the spotlight off of, which some people
Becky
may
don't
not
even look like
recognize,
she had a
but
baby.
yeah, she really don't, man. She looked really good. She really, really do. She looked really good. I'm glad she didn't come back looking all crazy with them big old glasses and stuff like that. But I dig her, man. I dig her. She looked great. Yeah, man. The fashion glasses that she was, doing all that, and her attire I was like, man, this, I don't know. But nonetheless, Becky is back. I feel like the attention is going to be thrown off.
They had to change it
Uh,
because of Ric Flair. You do know that, right?
Ric,
They had to
Ric
change the
Flair.
reference of her calling herself the man because Ric Flair trademarked the man.
Mm, oh yeah, Ric Flair, man. Oh man, but yeah, I'm excited. Like I said,
It
I think
keeps
the
moving
the
somewhere.
yeah the attention is going to be thrown off of Alexa Bliss. I feel like Alexa Bliss is going to be the deciding factor in the women's War Games match and determine who wins and who loses or whatever like that. But I feel like Alexa Bliss is gunning after the women's championship. She's taking her time. This might be the right time with all the eyeballs are on WWE Survivor Series War Games though. So I don't know, but who you got? Who you got in this one though? Team Bianca or Team Damage Control?
Hmm.
Hard decision, right?
Becky back. I know with
Becky
Becky
back.
back in the picture, I mean it kind of makes it a different scenario. But I mean, if she wins, it helps her. She loses, I think it also could help her strive herself, get herself built up, back up and ready to
Hmm.
go.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
dang. If Alexa Bliss attacks, if turns on one of the teammates, I'll say that they will lose. But if it's no turn, I think it's going to be Bianca's team. Oh
Okay.
man.
Hey, that's
I
a
think
fair
Bailey's going to
statement.
one up on Bianca. I think so.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I think that's a fair statement to make, man. But everything that's going on in this right here, um, if Bianca excuse me, if Becky takes the L, I think she's still fine either way, loses or win. Either way, she's coming back and she's just joining a team. It's kind of like a team effort or whatnot. But yeah, so I don't know. I think I'm gonna go with Bianca Belair, Team
If they
Bianca all
take
the
the
way.
L, if they take the L, I think Alexa's going to take the pin. If they take the L. I think Alexa will take the pin if Alexa doesn't turn, and they can make a story out of that and make Alexa, turn in on Raw or something like that. I could see that possibility happen.
Hmm. Okay.
Maybe not like a Tegan Knox team like we did saw on NXT.
Okay. Cool. 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 So what you think what could be next for Becky Lynch though, getting back into her groove though? What would you like to see Becky do?
I think Becky's going to start getting back in the chase run. Um, Obviously, if she's in the Rumble, I'm saying Becky's going to win the Rumble. And honestly, that's going to be how she's going to challenge Ronda Rousey at Mania. Um, I think that's what's really coming close for Becky, knowing that Becky can be the babyface again. Ronda's the bad guy again. So it just makes the story pan out, in my opinion.
Okay. Okay. I definitely didn't have Becky winning the Rumble though. I mean, if she does to go on to face Ronda Rousey, which I don't think they had that one-on-one matchup that they were supposedly to be having, but I think Becky could get into a great storyline with maybe Rhea Ripley or something like that with Judgment Day or just something with some other girls to build them up.
Yes.
So,
Do you have any
but yeah,
snowman sugar cookies
Team
today?
Bianca all day. Team Bianca. Okay, you guys, we got our big, huge main event, man. Yes, the men's 5-on-5 War Games match where we have the Bloodline taking up against the Brawling Brutes with Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens was the last guy added to the team last week on SmackDown. Man, does this change anything? Do you think the Bloodline will walk away with this, Sammy? Because we seen on SmackDown last night that Sami Zayn was talking to Kevin Owens and Jay Uso was just being a little Jimmy. He wasn't being Usi. Let's just say that he wasn't being Usi at all. Listen to the conversation between Kevin
He
Owens
was being
and
sneaky.
Sami. Yeah, he's definitely being sneaky though. But do you think it's too early for Sami Zayn to turn on the Bloodline in this
Yes.
match?
Do you have any
Will it be a
snowman
perfect
cookies
time?
today?
And if so, who you got? Who you got winning this?
What's that? I'm sorry.
I think the Brawling Brutes are going to win. I
Okay.
think this is
Thank
going to be
you.
the way for the Bloodline to lose a match. Obviously, it won't be for Roman's title. Um, oh boy. Sammy, I think is not going to attack Kevin Owens instantly, and I think that's going to cause tension between everything. I think both of them might get involved in a way. Um, it's going to be a hard hitting match. I do know that, but I don't think Sammy's going to turn instantly on the Bloodline. Just knowing how built up it's gotten so far, I say keep the ball rolling until maybe Rumble with Sammy. And I mean, I think it's going to start causing cracks between the bloodline pretty soon, though. But I think the fact that this match right here, I think the biggest focal point is going to be Jay. I
Okay,
think Jay's going to take the L for this one because everyone's already kind of in between with Jay as it is already.
I was thinking
And I
that.
think the story's going to show, it's going to chase where Jay's going to literally overcome the odds to try to build the bloodline back and maybe just get frustrated and hopefully bring back, who yours truly.
Okay, okay, okay. I can dig that. I can definitely see Jay kind of like, also being the hot head and maybe costing them the matchup. But you guys, we're gonna get back to that thought. Hold that just a second. Warren Marlowe. We got my guy Brian B in the building, the host of the Beeline Entertainment LLC. Brian B, what's going on with you, man?
Was good, brother. Was good.
How's it going? How's it going? How's it going?
Man, just having some little computer difficulties over
What
here at
up?
the
What up? What
moment,
up?
but
Okay, man, it's all cool. It's all cool. We here chatting it up on Survivor Series, man. Survivor Series. Anything you looking forward to? You excited for the show?
yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the show. I mean, it is different. You know what I'm saying? It's not the traditional matchup, but I think that that's going to bring some new eyes on it. You know what I'm saying? I never was really into the war games things. I wasn't really into it when it was the what was it called when it was in WCW with all the matches and shit? 3 stages of hell or whatever it was, the cages. Y'all hear me?
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you.
I hear you. I'm going through the technical stuff here. I've been messing with my studio a lot.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll join y'all combo. Go ahead, y'all chop up. Well, I gotta be a technician over here.
Oh,
Okay, all right. Technical difficulties we having here. We live. We talking about Survivor Series. Brian B, we was asking your thoughts. You was talking about the 3 stages of hell match in WCW.
talking about that thing for the Royal Rumble, man.
Yeah. I think I know what he's talking about, that matchup. Yeah. All right, Brian B. Having a little technical difficulties here. But we are excited for Survivor Series that's going down. Everyone, man, who's tuning in here on Facebook and YouTube, definitely like the video, leave a comment, and tell me what you think and what's your thoughts on Survivor Series War Games tonight. Who you gonna win? I know everybody watching, man. Just come on, don't be shy, man. For real, like you can read your comment here live on the show, but definitely though, when we get Brian B up, we're gonna definitely get his thoughts on 5-on-5 War Games match.
I'm back. I'm back, baby.
All
Woo!
right, all
Damn.
right, here we go.
I ain't had some I ain't had some technical difficulties like that in a minute. What's good, y'all?
What's goody? What's goody? How you doing?
Doing good,
What
man.
up,
Doing
man?
good.
What's
Yeah.
up?
What's good, Warren? Yeah,
What's up, buddy?
we watching the Survivor Series tonight on here?
Oh
Warren's
yeah.
supposed to be
Oh
doing
yeah.
Warren. Yeah, Warren's supposed to be doing a
That's
whole
right. Yeah.
live watch along.
Yeah. I'm down, bro. I'm down. Yo, the one thing
That's
I
if
can
my wife
honestly
don't
say about
kidnap me. That's if my wife don't kidnap me now.
yeah, look like you look like you kidnapped right now. Got a seatbelt on you like a safe driver right now.
I know, man.
But yeah, man, I'm definitely looking forward to.
I'm here
I
for the
gotta be
ride.
real
I've
with you,
asked
man.
her twice, where are we going? She's like, I don't know.
Oh, hey, listen, that's how it be sometimes. That's married life right there. But yo, listen, I'm actually excited just about a pay-per-view at this point with WWE. Everything has been going so like interesting as far as storylines. I mean, even like not even main title or main picture storylines. Like they have something going on with everybody. Like I was watching the World Cup shit last night on SmackDown and stuff, and when Braun and Ricochet was fighting, I'm like, that's some shit that you wouldn't really think is a good matchup. That's some back in the day Rey Mysterio versus Big Show type match. But I mean, everything is interesting. Like they keep it interesting, yo. I liked how they did the finish. I liked how they had Imperium come in there. They made Braun Strowman finally have kind of a challenge. Like everything is keeping you entertained with wrestling right now, and that's what I'm enjoying with WWE, man. I'm loving it. So
Yeah, I'm definitely.
we're gonna see what happens, but I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view, man. I love pay-per-views.
Yeah, man. We was
Oh
running
yeah.
down some matches, man. We can go back and get your thoughts, man. But yeah, for the five
I
on
still
five.
can't believe it's only 5 matches on the card.
Yeah, yeah, me
I still
too.
think that's crazy.
Me too. I think they're gonna
Long.
add. I think they're gonna add an extra matchup. But Brian, what's your favorite in on this card between the Brawling Brutes with Kevin Owens and Drew taking on the Bloodline?
Put them fingers up, baby. Put them fingers up, yeah. All day, baby.
Yeah, I put the ones up,
You
man.
All
ordered your shirt
day.
yet? Did
Hell
you
yeah,
order
I'm
your
ready.
Uzi shirt yet?
Oh no, I don't want that shit. I want the Usos, baby. I don't care about the Uzi, yo. That shit, it was funny, but I'm saying I'm Bloodline all day. I love that shit, yo. I think the Bloodline faction is one of the greatest factions of wrestling history, for real. I think that they did it right. I think they kind of teased it back in the day, but the way that they put everybody in it, and then Sami Zayn is a nice he's a nice piece to add on to it for me, but when they turn on his ass and flip the script, and then him and KO hit back together, I'm telling you right now. But they finally teased that shit. Remember, Dre? I told you that shit when we was
Yeah,
on the show, right? They finally
yeah.
teased that shit. I think that's going to be the matchup right there. I think KO versus Sami Zayn and KO versus the Usos. That's gonna be phenomenal. And then we're gonna see where it goes from that. But I heard Warren saying earlier that he thinks Jay gonna take the fall. I think Sammy gonna take the fall. I think that's gonna be the reason why they're gonna flip on him a little bit. I think we're gonna see some continuation from here, and either it's gonna carry on into Raw or SmackDown, and then this is gonna kind of build. One thing I will say, sorry, I'm talking a lot. My camera was down,
good.
all my shit was fucked up.
It's all good. It's all good.
But I feel like this pay-per-view, it doesn't feel like this is one of the big four. You feel me? Like this Survivor Series was always one of the top cards. This is the debut of the Undertaker. I think The Rock even debuted on Survivor Series.
Yeah.
It feels like it's more of Elimination Chamber or one of those guys. It don't feel like Survivor Series supposed to be the big match, bro. All titles being fought for. You got the teams that is fighting. It just don't seem as big to me.
You couldn't have the title defend on the War Games match. It'd be so flippy floppy because the biggest thing about War Games matches, all of them have to be in the ring for the bell to really start to ring for them to actually win the match. So we know why there's 5 matches on the card now. Because I remember when we did the commission talks, I was like, did I cover all the matches? And I'm like, oh yeah, there's only 5 matches on the card because War Games itself is going to be like a 30-minute match. So in between both of those, that's like an hour right there for both matches. And obviously after that time limit, then the finish or stuff like that. So I could see reason what this one is going to do. This one is like a new introduction. If anybody doesn't realize either, Survivor Series has always been the pay-per-view that introduced all the different type of matches. Hell in a Cell. I mean, they've introduced all these specialty matches for so long. We just got so different because we were so used to that elimination tag team match. And I think that's what they feel like this War Games match is. But it's just a different scenario. And I think this one, the best thing about this storyline is all of them can have a different setting after this match. None of them, it will make them look weak, which is a plus.
Screaming.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I definitely agree. But this matchup, like we was talking about, when I seen these 5 matches, I was like, okay, bet. It's because of both of the War Games matches. Both of the War Games matches are going to go, like you said, 30 to 45 minutes or so, and may see some introduction. But back to the Bloodline match, if Jey Uso doesn't take the pinfall, I mean, if Sami Zayn doesn't take the pinfall, it's going to be, it got to be Jey or Sami, because I think it makes sense because Jey and Sami have been the 2 guys who has been, going at each other's throat, and it's like, man, you ain't family, you come on, whatever like that. And Jey would take the pinfall and blame it on Sami, or vice versa. That's where down the line that's what I don't want to see Sami turn on the Bloodline. It could potentially happen, where Kevin Owens be like, come on, man, like really, like, or something to that effect. But like, let it milk out, and then they turn on Sami Zayn. Turn on Sami Zayn. But
I feel like it's kind of
going. I think after that Phil and Uzi thing, keep that thing going because the thing is not dead yet.
Bro, I don't agree with that, yo. I think that was an accident.
Fans are interactive with it. It is an accident, and that's the thing. Think of like Brock, Austin. Think of Brock, Austin. All their catchphrases, all those are an accident. Those were not supposed to be guaranteed.
That Uzi shit ain't a catchphrase, bro. That was some shit that was just said. He said that it was funny, but I'm saying we can't compare that to because Stone Cold said so. Like, come on, that was just some funny, like when Mickey James called Alexa Bliss biscuit butt and shit like that. I mean,
I forgot about that.
It caught on.
I forgot about that.
But I'm saying, to me, like I think I said it with somebody. I was like, the thing about Sami Zayn being like the comedy act, it's going to be cool to a degree for me. But I was actually feeling the fact that, before he started laughing and like breaking character on screen, Jey Uso was the fucking pit bull of the bloodline, bro. He was going in. You know what I'm saying? He told that day when that shit happened, that Uzi shit happened. Before that, Jay was killing that promo, bro. Where he was like, "Yo, you want to know what it is? You ain't blood. You ain't shit to me." And he was killing it. But then the funny shit came in, and it kind of the crowd was having fun with it, and it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It's cool they got freedom and stuff and luxury like that now. But I like that hard shit, like what Jay was like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. Oh, he ain't part of my team. He ain't family to me. And that's how he was. But now it's like they laughing a lot and they kind of a little lighter with it. But if they keep going, like how interested are you going to continuously be with Sami Zayn just kind of being the clown of like the serious bloodline? Like I feel like it'll only be good if they like, yeah, we love Sam. And Roman been like a pet, like he been like his pet. But I feel like if Roman go back to that raw, crazy, dominate and then destroy Sami Zayn, they all destroy him. I feel like that would give him the biggest push possible, bro, because then everybody going to feel for him. And then they're going to be like, we can't wait to see Sammy. And I think that's where they need to have KO come in. Like, we about to join this shit. Let's take him out. And then go from there. But that's how I feel, man. I love it, but I'm ready to see something new, yo.
Okay.
I mean, think of it this way with Kevin Owens' storyline too. I think the only reason why, and I love, when he says his only reason why he joined the team is so he could get his hands on Roman. So obviously, I feel like that's going to be the main focus is for him to get Roman. So I could see it go either way. I mean, the thing with Sami Zayn, I think that's just going to be in the cause and effect. I feel like those two are not going to attack each other instantly, or KO might attack him, but it's just a feeling aspect. It's going to make the fans really look forward to this match, because when those two touch, that's going to be like, oh my gosh, they actually attack each other. Oh my gosh, this.
Yeah.
Roman's kryptonite, believe it or not, right now is Sami Zayn and Paul Heyman. If nobody realizes that, you're sitting there watching. I feel like those are the two tough moments of Roman Reigns right now, and I think that's giving him more emotional effect with the audience, is knowing that he is behind Sammy. He is doing this. He's following is presented for the bloodline. So I feel like when they get that emotional effect, and I feel like that's why everyone's going to turn on Jay first, because it can extend the storyline to make it where Jay can put more Samoans in the story going out to Mania.
Yeah, that I do agree with. I can see that being like a clear picture, because I don't know how they're gonna do the whole Roman Rock thing. And you know what sucks? I've said this shit before previously too. Like, if they have Roman go after Rock with Roman still having the title, man, I just feel like it's lessened, because first off, you're gonna have Roman with both belts or one belt, whatever, fighting Rock. The Rock don't need a title win. He don't need a title win. That match in general doesn't need a title involved at all for it to be humongous. Just the fact that Roman's been dominant, just the fact even if he loses his belt, he still has been dominant. The Rock and Roman match is going to sell itself. Free those titles up to build another fucking match for Mania. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if they try to incorporate,
So what if Cody comes back tonight?
Well, that would be nice, but I don't think he's going to come back on that. I mean, I think
they
that
could
would
tease a story with it, though. I mean, if you think about it, because Rock is not going to be at Royal Rumble. They've already said it. He's not going to be there. So you could either do it that way, build that story up for Cody versus Roman at Royal Rumble, have Cody win this Rumble, and Rock interfere in the match, or actually just have his entrance come out. Roman sitting there talking about he's the greatest of all time. There's no Samoan even close to him. Yep. And it makes that build up to, oh, you just called out Black Ab. You just called out, the true head of the table. I think that can bring the storyline to that. Or, like I said before, make it to where Cody comes out, Roman defends the titles at the Royal Rumble. Rock's entrance comes out, since we know The Rock is not going to be there, but his entrance comes out, and that's how he gets eliminated in the Rumble. It's those different ways to tease that thing, because that storyline could be like, if anybody thinks it's crazy, but it kind of does make sense how the Undertaker faced Kane before he became the Dead Man again for that WrestleMania when he came back, not coming in any other show, just tease the entrance back and forth, tease mind games back and forth. They could do that between Rock and Roman, because Rock is not going to be on every episode.
Nah, I mean that's one of the things with the
and it makes that credibility for the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean,
it happens.
I'm really not even into like the whole Rock versus Roman shit, yo. I think Roman's on another level now. I think that they have a perfect place at this point. I mean, they probably are going to do it, but I don't think they need it. I feel like that's a Vince McMahon move right there. I think it's a Vince McMahon move to have The Rock come in right now.
Triple H has wanted that. Triple H has won that one match.
There's no place.
The funny thing is, Triple H has wanted
it though. Like if you think
Triple
about
H
it,
wanted that match with him.
But look,
he did.
This the thing though. Yeah, he definitely, and that's some shit I would have saw. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's a perfect example. Like Triple H versus The Rock would have literally been perfect, because
a main event.
There's no falling in that. There's no failing in any area. Like there's no title involved. There's nothing. It's just two legends. That match completely sells itself. It's not interfering with anything that's going on currently. It's just an added bonus. I feel like that's what Roman versus The Rock should be. It should be just an added bonus. Something you definitely want to see. It's got a great story. It's got a great, you want to see the finish for it. It sells itself in just that. But with Roman being the dominant champion that he's been, having both of those titles for 2 years, literally, bro, the bloodline, all the titles basically being held by just them for damn near 2 years. It's too much right now to have a part-timer come in on a WrestleMania main event, bro. Like WrestleMania should be the place where he drops it. Like we should be talking about who we feel is going to finally dethrone Roman, bro. Like,
we know who's dethroning Roman. We know it's Cody. Cody's going to be the guy. Cody's going to be the guy.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think.
You're not going to build that up.
A lot of people saying Cody is going to be the guy who would dethrone Roman Reigns, but he could be the guy. I don't know though. But if we're gonna have this matchup, between The Rock and Roman Reigns, the title need to get off of Roman Reigns. All right,
be real.
Do we think Sami Zayn is getting replaced tonight by Cross due to issues he caused last night in the main event?
Ooh. I don't know.
Cross wouldn't make the addition. He's not a good add-on. He wouldn't fit the bloodline, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like they drove him and Drew's rivalry into the ground. I feel like it was decent when it started.
That's the only way it makes sense. That's the only way.
Yeah, I feel like I go with Brian. Like they did drive that into the ground. It could have stretched out a little bit more, especially after they opened SmackDown at one point, and I believe Cross was in some type of car accident, and then a couple of weeks he was back wrestling in the steel cage match. So I was like, let it continue to go on. But I feel like that was rushed, and also getting Cross into something, but also trying to put Drew over as well. But I don't know. I think Sami Zayn is going to remain in the bloodline. I think they're just going to have some discussions. But Topsy, just like we were saying on this, like I was saying also, I feel like Sami Zayn or Jey Uso, one of them two is going to be the deciding factors why the bloodline loses.
Yeah. I think that's right. I definitely think that's true as well. It's definitely going to be between them. It's going to be some kind of heat. I think it's going to be some kind of shit with KO. I don't think that he's going to deflect. But I do think this is going to start the period where you're going to start noticing,
the cracks.
The cracks are going to form. Yeah. I definitely think that. I think y'all are head on with that. But I mean, let's think about this though. Like we can all agree that Roman having the titles, and if he is facing Rock, nobody wants to see The Rock fight Roman for the title. Are we in agreement to that shit?
I ain't saying that.
No,
it's The Rock. It's The Rock.
Not for the title.
I love The Rock too. Yeah, I love The Rock.
I don't care.
I'm a big Rock fan, but not for the title though.
Yeah,
I'm happy either or.
Like some years ago, back in 2013, when The Rock came back and he
dethroned Punk, bro.
Yeah, he beat.
I wasn't mad.
No, yes, but
I was not
listen though.
mad.
I was not a fan of him winning at the Rumble. I was a fan of him winning at Elimination Chamber because I felt like everything that CM Punk was putting in, and yeah, I know the CM Punk. Looking back at it now, a lot of people
Oh
say fuck CM Punk,
man,
but I just think that at the Rumble, Punk should have won either by DQ or whatever, and
Yeah.
then
he
The Rock
did.
walked away.
He
No, he
did.
won. No, he
No, no,
won
no.
by
He
one, two,
lost. He
three.
lost. Rock
He,
took that belt.
no, they redid that. They redid it though. He actually won the first fall. Remember
Man,
that?
I'm talking about literally though, like
Yeah, having the
literally
title.
walking out. He won at the Rumble and then he won at Extreme Rules though, and then he
But
lost
did
to
you
John
see the
Cena.
building? It didn't matter. You saw the
Yeah,
building pop. That was
but
it. That's
still,
all you
yeah,
needed.
that
Yeah.
pop is
Obviously,
that the
looking back at
pop is good. The pop is good, but it's just like the setup is really what you win this shit for,
But
man.
did the
'Cause
fans ever get stale in the entire run where Rock was going to Mania to face Cena? Did the fans ever get stale with it? No. The
but
crowd was so into it. They really
that's the
believed that
same
John
thing.
Cena really was going to turn heel on The Rock. They really believed it for the longest time. Everyone's like, "Oh, this is going to be Cena's, you know, turn. This is if he's going to win, he's got to be that bad guy." And you
Raw
saw a
needs a
little bit
world
of that
champion. I agree
match
with
back
that
and
too.
forth. Like it's a storytelling aspect.
It's a story that doesn't need titles,
No,
though. That's the whole shit. The story. They, I
no,
like
I don't.
Roman having the titles, man. I like Roman having the titles. I do think Raw needs a championship. I think that there's enough people on Raw to carry a title and make good stories. But I think that I like Roman having the belt at this point. This is one of those things where they took Roman and made him this godlike figure in wrestling. What's the only solution that can come after that? You can't just have him drop the belt on some goofy shit. Unless I'll tell you right now, I'm the only like person I've heard that I love this theory. Get it? Theory. Here we go. If
that.
Austin Theory would have cashed in that shit and pinned Roman, I would have been like, yes. I think that would have been the greatest fucking thing that they could have possibly did. Because I think there's two ways that Roman can drop those titles. I think it could just be a feud. He's beaten everybody. Except for Cody. And it kind of except for Bray a little bit. You can't give Bray the belt. He got too much confusing shit already. So Bray's out of the fucking picture to me. Cody, that's a possibility. I don't fucking agree with it, but it's definitely a possibility. But you either can have Roman, lose to somebody who's just got a big build, big thing, kind of on some Kofi Mania shit, or you got to have some wild, unexpected, crazy turn that you never ever would have thought can happen. And then Roman loses the belt on some Paige beating AJ Lee shit when Paige first came and took her title when she had that long run. I think that those are the two ways that shit should
My bad,
be done.
boys. I saw something about Paige and AJ Lee.
Yeah. Remember when Paige came and like on her Raw debut, AJ Lee had that long run. She was champion for a long ass time when she was walking with Tamina and shit. And then Paige came in and fucking hit two moves and beat them for the belt. Took the belt from it immediately. I know it was like some other shit under behind the scenes shit with it too, but I think those are the only ways that Roman can lose these titles at this point, yo, or at least one of the titles. You need some.
So
crazy
you're saying
shit
that you would want Braun
expected.
Breaker to come out and beat him? Is that what you're trying to say?
Nah, bro. NXT. Nobody from NXT to come up and just beat fucking Roman. Nah, you got to be real for that.
hey, one of them blondie guys come in there and beat Roman.
Oh hell no. But who would? But that's the question. He's beating everybody. Who?
The 2023 Rico.
Who besides? I mean, you got a lot of talent in there right now. You got a lot of potential. I still think Seth should take that shit. I still think Seth should take it.
I believe you. I think
Seth is
Seth
the only
might.
one who hasn't been dethroned by Roman. He did barely, but it was because of some DQ shit. Roman never really beat Seth. He never did on some even shit. He's the only fucking person. I think if you want to fuck with me, I think you take Roman. I think you get fucking John Moxley. He said he already fucking being done with AEW. Go get Mox and do the triple threat and say the Shield and the triple threat and fucking do that and bring him back as John Moxley too and do the fucking triple threat at Mania. I'll take that shit over the Rock.
Oh man.
That's
No,
like
we're not
fantasy
saying.
booking right there.
Yeah, that's all fantasy booking. No
That's
Braun
fantasy
Breaker
booking.
and debut rolling up. Nothing. Nothing at
Yeah.
all, man. But all right, man. This been a dope one, man. For real, we've been talking about the bloodline versus the Brawling Brutes. Brian B, what you got in this one, man? Seth
Oh,
Rollins defending his United States champion. I feel like this is gonna be a sleeper. Austin Theory and Bobby Lashley.
yeah. I like where they're going with Austin Theory right now, yo. I think I like the new guys. You know what I mean? Like I like the people who, we've been watching Seth for a long time. We've been watching Bobby Lashley for a long time. Austin
Mm-hmm.
Theory, I think they finally kind of breaking him into a character that is needed. The cell phone shit was played. The Vince McMahon shit was played. I think they kind of trying to give him that edge. I think that's something that's going to have the fans kind of turn and like him a little bit more. I definitely think Seth is going to win this one though. But I like where they're going with Austin Theory. I think they need to continue. I think they need to give him a really big push in this match because he is fucking phenomenal in the ring. He's really good.
Yeah.
But I feel like they're kind of
Hey Brian,
his
you remember
character has a chance to
remember we
build.
used to talk about him? You remember
Yeah,
the
at the
last episode
beginning.
we talked after the camera, and we were literally talking about Theory for a good solid 30 to 40
Yeah.
minutes, and I told you he was going to be a different transition, and he was going to be one of those guys pretty soon.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. You called it right away. I even told him when I was standing outside of SmackDown that day. I was like, "Yo, I know your boy Warren Marlowe," and I said, "Him, the Usos, they passed right by me." Him and Jay gave us a piece up when we was doing the pictures and shit. Yeah, I told him too. So I like him, bro. I
He's
really
that
like him. I
guy
like
too,
the
man.
new shit he's doing.
Yeah, I said on commission talks, I'll be the first to shit on him, man, because I was like, I don't know what this
You
guy
were.
doing.
My
I don't know,
God.
man. Like he had the briefcase.
No,
It was just kind
Blackheart
of
was the
like stuff
first.
ain't Blackheart too, man. I was just like, I don't know. I
Blackheart,
really don't know.
Blackheart
And
don't like how he looks.
and ever since he cashed in, I was just like, yo, man, it didn't make sense. Roman was champ. We're gonna cash in on him. We're gonna cash in on Walter, who was the Intercontinental Champion. Which I was like, well, damn, he could have cashed in on the IC title, but not the US title, a title that he previously held. But hey, Seth was, I guess, the perfect choice. But
I think he
I
should have
like.
held it. I think he should have held that shit.
I think so
Why
too.
not?
I never seen anyone. They always say this Money in the Bank briefcase is good up to 1 year. I
Yeah.
never seen any storyline to where it's
Nah,
like,
because
oh
they're
no,
making that announcement for it to be the Mania match again,
okay,
not nothing else.
even at WrestleMania, it would be dope to see the storyline to be like, oh my gosh, it's coming up on a year. He still had that briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
Will he cash in? He done tried. Oh, they have a
You're gonna
dope
get a
ass
lot of
video.
people that you're not used to seeing on the main roster type scenario for that upcoming briefcase.
Or have a
Watch.
match for it. Shit.
Or more matches for it. But that
Like
would
a
be
title.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be really, really great, man. I thought that'd be
Yeah.
really great. Let's see.
I feel like they should defend the briefcase every month. Like say like once every month. Try to do something different with it. Like, hey, if you feel like you've earned your briefcase, whatever, go defend it on a Raw or SmackDown. Kind of make that presented to like, hey, this is that briefcase that really is the future of that next product.
Yeah.
Kind of like how you do a television title.
I do like how they do kind of, try to play it or whatever, but I think that they've been kind of lazy with it recently. The Nikki Ash cash in was okay, whatever.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was like whatever.
Yeah.
They played it, but they do have opportunity with that.
Look at every woman cash in since the conception of Money in the Bank with the woman.
Carmella was the best. Carmella was the best.
Yeah, she was. But she cashed in on Charlotte.
Was the best. Yeah. Even how she won it with
easily.
Ellsworth.
Yeah,
I thought that shit was the best.
Even though they had to redo
Shout
it.
out to my boy James.
But it seemed like ever since after her, it just been a little bit lazy though. But one point I was just making though, like, yes, have more matches with, like, say, we're gonna have a matchup tonight with the Money in the Bank briefcase on the line. It could be a one-on-one match, it could be a one-on-one ladder match. But I feel like, with WWE and their video packages and their promos, they can really build up someone who's like, man, I've been cashing in like 8 times and I'm unsuccessful. Can I do it? And I think that'll be great for, something. I think that'll be great,
Yeah.
And
I
don't
so
think
too.
we have been seeing that.
Might be a good story for Dolph in the future.
It should have been
Dolph would be a perfect
Warren,
option.
you just read my mind right now. I'm telling you, I was fucking thinking Dolph too. But the thing about Dolph, I think Dolph, I still think is one of the most slept on. Dolph could have been the fucking Shawn Michaels of our job. I say this shit all the time, yo. Dolph Ziggler is Shawn
I remember you saying that.
I'm telling you right now, he's phenomenal. He is older and he's been in the industry a long ass time. I don't think he's going to go anywhere. I think if Dolph went to AEW, I think that would be the best thing in the fucking planet for him. I think they could make him into some like superstar. John Moxley.
Don't even make him an interim champion.
Make him a heel. Make him a fucking
man, that's
heel
hilarious.
and just put Dolph Ziggler on some the cleaner Kenny Omega shit. And I think putting him in those matches and just letting him fly and go loose, reckless, whatever, give him a manager. I think Dolph Ziggler would be fucking phenomenal. I still think he got something in the tank, but I don't think people are trying to see him no more. That's the thing.
agree.
I don't think nobody gonna really.
Well, he's got too many options too, because now he's doing comedy skits and stuff now. So I mean,
yeah,
WWE
he over it. He's been
sleeping on-
wrestling for a long time, man. You
Yeah,
don't think about the
even-
motherfuckers having surgeries and
That-
taking
he been in-
pills.
Dolph Ziggler been here since like what 06, 05 with the Spirit Squad and stuff.
That's
like
when
that.
we
So,
saw him. So you know he was
Yeah.
wrestling even before that.
Yeah,
So it's like,
yeah.
he's been wrestling
I
forever.
he started wrestling when he was like 17.
I feel like they definitely sleeping on Dolph. They put Dolph to anyone out there that's new that that they feel like can go. When Baron Corbin made his debut, they put him up against Dolph.
Shinsuke,
right now,
all of them.
Everybody.
Dolph versus Breaker was a very good match on NXT. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie about that one. You remember that one, Dre? Because
Yes, I
you
do.
even said that was a match that made Breaker.
Yes, that was a good one. I do, but I feel like
And I was shocked that Dolph won.
Yes, I really was when he won the NXT championship. But yeah, man, Dolph definitely is a sleeper, man, that deserves.
And then won it on Raw.
Yeah.
Yo, you know what I gotta say? Somebody an up-and-comer that I know he's been around for a long time. LA Knight. I'm actually really feeling him, yo. I think he's got a really, really good presence on WWE.
Yes.
I think he can really become something. He talks well. Bad guy, good guy. I can see him being in both places.
People may think I'm crazy when I say this, but I think LA Knight, man, he's remind me of, I don't know, Warren, man. He may look at me crazy, but I feel like LA Knight, just his promos and the way he come off, he remind me of The Rock. I feel like he remind me of The Rock in just a little bit, man. I know
that's a stretch a little bit, D.
I know, but just everything, his moves, his swagger, and everything.
He's got attitude.
If you see him, if you really just see him and check him out.
I am not acknowledging what he just said.
Hey, look here.
I get what you're saying, though. I get what you're saying, but I think I wouldn't. The Rock is that's a big name. But I do understand what you're saying.
That comment you made me in John Cena mode.
LA Knight, I would say LA Knight is he reminds me, just to kind of sum it, he reminds me of the back in the day promo givers. Like the old school dudes. Like when you step on that mic, just like he did on Friday, he said, "Yeah, how was your Thanksgiving?" That doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying? Like I guess kind of like similar to like the Rock's kind of promo delivery.
Yeah.
But
he got those catchphrases and stuff like that. Like it's just it's something different that a lot of people really don't have. This is my opinion, though.
He got character for sure. Yeah, I think he does. I think he can be good. I think he could be.
I mean, Rock said it a long time ago. He kind of did remind him like some little bit of him, just the way he talks in his point of view and stuff. But LA Knight is not. I don't see as him getting to that level of stardom the way of that. But he is doing good. He's finally getting his transition. Triple H is really big behind him. Triple H is the reason why LA Knight's even there.
He's good, man. I think, I'm telling you, I think he's one of them guys that it'll take one good storyline to put him in a position where you hate him.
I think this is going to be the one.
Where you love him. And I think
the one with Bray Wyatt. I think this is going to be a good one.
Listen, this is another
Watch
thing.
that be a faction. Watch it be a faction.
I'm jumping around. I think the Bray Wyatt shit. I love Bray Wyatt. I fucking love everything about Bray Wyatt. But I am getting tired of this giving tiny little bits here and there shit. I think it's time to deliver something impactful. Like I want to see somebody.
My boy wants the ice cream bar now.
I'm ready, bro. I'm ready, yo. I'm ready. I'm ready to see something. I'm tired of tuning in every week to see him give a fucking 3-minute speech and then a video to pop on and then we don't see shit else. I'm ready for something new, man. I get the QR codes. It was all cool. It's been like a fucking month now. Come on, Bray. Show me what you was doing. Show me what you leading it all up to. It's been 2 pay-per-views already. I'm ready to see something. I'm ready to see something.
Show me the money.
Tell me something. You can't give me fucking nickels, nigga. Give me a couple dollars at this point. Show me the this guy. See, we were seeing him. I'm almost not even scared of him anymore. I'm like, all right, bro. What, how much you got? There's a lot to say.
Yeah, he coming out there, and for a lot of people, I mean, I said it myself though. I want him to just keep doing his thing. Keep telling his story,
it
like
slow and steady, man.
I love Bray, yo.
Now the stuff that he's doing with LA Knight, like I said, it's different. And I know some people may have a little different opinions of like, yo, man, just, like let Bray just do his own thing. But I think this is another way to introduce or just.
I think we're going to see Uncle Howie tonight.
And everything. Yeah. Say that again. Yeah.
I think we're going to see Uncle Howie tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But on what, though? On what? I mean, what can he come out to, though? Like,
I think he's going to get involved. I think it's just going to be a split personality, like how we've been seeing with Bray Wyatt constantly. Remember when he first came back, we're thinking, oh, it's a faction. It's a faction. Now, I feel like it's just all these personalities. Bray Wyatt, husky hairs, all these different things, man. Yeah. Bray's always been that character to like, you cannot sit here and go, oh, I know what's going to happen. You've always been at that part, and it irritates fans, I guarantee you, to where they're like, I still can't predict what's going on with Bray. So... yeah. I think we're going to see something involve Uncle Howie tonight in this thing with him and LA Knight. I feel like that's going to be the introduction of the whole thing. And I think it'll probably be a pretty cool suspense.
I want to see a Bray Wyatt fucking faction, yo. I want Uncle Howdy to be Bo Dallas. I
want the Sinister Six in the WWE.
Bro, I'm telling you, just imagine how phenomenal that would be. I said this a minute ago. Just imagine if, finally Roman does lose the titles. No matter what, Roman's going to hit a face turn, yo. They're already halfway there. Everybody loves the bloodline. Just imagine on some crazy shit, Bray's, crew versus the bloodline without no titles. You don't even need titles for shit like that. Just imagine how crazy that shit would be, yo. The stories, the build, everything to that, man. It's so much you can do with it. But I
remember when we first saw the thing about Bray, we were all saying, "Oh, there's gonna be something with him and the Bloodline, or Judgment Day versus the Bloodline." So we've all been sitting here going, "Oh, we think we know what's going on. We think we know what's going on, and we don't." And I think that's the cool thing about Bray. We can't predict what's going on with Bray, and I think it's irritating fans. And like I said from the beginning, we're getting tired of the skits now because we're still puzzled. We don't understand what's going on. I feel like when it's like that movie, you constantly watch the movie to see, okay, who's the bad guy in this? What's the plot in this? What's going to happen? And then at the very end, you're like, oh, I never predicted that. I feel like that's what we're going to get fully with this whole Bray Wyatt scenario.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I'm tired of watching fucking movies.
Hey, man, he's got that Marvel director with him right now. This thing is not gonna mess up. I'm sorry.
Brian B, man, last night, return of Becky Lynch
to join
bro.
I love Becky, yo.
Bianca. What's your thoughts on it? Did you think they should have waited till tonight to reveal it, or
I think they did it right.
And
they needed the ratings. They needed the ratings for SmackDown.
They really did.
I think that it was even, I think what Triple H is doing, how he's bringing people out, he is keeping you interested in every show. You don't know what's, just like we're saying for Bray right now, you don't know what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Like you would think that, maybe we should do it on the pay-per-view. But what he's doing is he's just got somebody popping in every now and then. You don't even know. You could just be watching the show and all of a sudden here comes somebody random coming here and you ain't expecting that shit. I knew Becky was coming back, But coming on, to the War Games thing and kind of being introduced, I really hope she's back as the man, Becky Lynch. I hope this big time Bex thing is kind of over a little bit. The goofy outfits and shit. I hope they just bring her back as ass kicker, and really start going in hard, because the comedy shit is cool. I think I disagreed with them turning her heel when she first came back the first time with Bianca and all that. I think Bianca needs to turn heel. I definitely.
But was that the only way you could turn her? Yeah. Is that the only way you could have made her a bad guy, though?
What are you talking about?
I feel like that's the only way the audience could actually hate Becky is for what she did to Bianca.
But they did.
And I feel like that's what made Bianca's win even more impactful for her to win at Mania.
I'm sorry, bro. I don't even think her win was impactful, though. I mean, she won. But I mean, it wasn't like if Becky would have won that shit, everybody would have went crazy.
Yeah, I still said it. Fans were more behind Becky regardless.
Yeah, me too. I don't think Bianca ever really popped still to this day. I think people like her because they're supposed to. But I think my kind of
it's the Kofi Kingston type build up right now, in my opinion. Yeah, man. Honestly, that's what it is. It's just that moment.
She's still on a roll from everything that she did the year prior when she won the Royal Rumble, and just still coming in, with that hotness, I guess, attached to her. But I feel like Bianca definitely deserves to be a heel, and I think
she should have been a heel from the beginning. Stayed as a heel. I hated that they brought her in as a babyface.
Now she's making great. She's accomplishing great things as Raw Women's Champion and being the champion for a long time. I don't think no woman has done that, but I think some people are better off chasing the title than being the champion.
Yep. Remember, we talked about that. Baby faces are easier to have a short reign than a long reign.
Yes, look at Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan chased to become the SmackDown Women's Champion.
She should have never been fucking champion.
Don't get Brian started. Don't get Brian started.
You gotta be real, man. I mean, I like Liv Morgan too, bro. But I'm just saying, like, everybody is not, and I'm not trying to knock nobody's talent or anything like that. I'm just saying what I'm watching. Becky Lynch, that's the champion. She's positioned as a champion. She's put forward as a champion. You know what I'm saying? That's a champion. Mm-hmm. You want to Bayley? I thought Bayley should have won that fucking title at Crown Jewel. I thought it would have been a perfect transition. I thought it would have gave her the chance to open up, and then I would love to see Bayley versus Becky at Mania. I think that they could have introduced something like that. But Bianca came in, like you said, Warren. She was a face. She was kind of always good. She's the strongest. She's the best. She's the fastest. And then it's like you're always expecting her to be good. We know she's strong. We know she's good. We know this. But you're boring me now. You want some John Cena shit. Everything you do is amazing. All right. Well, who the fuck is not? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to see somebody, whether hilarious. She just turns and she puts it on.
That's so funny.
I'm saying, bro,
that John Cena Kool-Aid's pretty stiff.
Bro, I'm telling you.
No, you got a point though. Like everything she do is amazing. Everything she do is strong as shit. Best ESTS.
We get
She's got her selective audience. That's the thing. She has that selective audience that they want to present more for them. He said perform for them.
Just to get
a stage just for Bianca Belair fans only.
Listen. If you think about it, all the true, glorified guys, people, whatever, being a heel is what has made. Look at Roman. Roman was getting booed out the.
That's why this build up between him and The Rock took so long. Is because Roman was not over with the crowd for a longest freaking time. Rock was supposed to face. Rock was supposed to face Roman at WrestleMania 32, if nobody remembers. That's why The Rock was even involved in that Rumble to get him to win, to get that build up, to get built into that next WrestleMania. He never got the fans behind him. That's the reason why that story died. It died out fast, and they've been waiting so long for that. Yeah, that's the reason why this match has never happened. Because this was supposed to have been The Rock's passing the torch match 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah, I think it's too late for that shit, man. Because then you're just gonna see him beat The Rock. I mean, at this point, Roman doesn't need to beat The Rock. That's the thing that's crazy.
This
It'll
is.
be a nice
I just want to see
story.
The Rock's final match. That's all this is looking at to be.
I mean, that's saying it that way. That makes it different. Yeah, I would love to see The Rock come back, and The Rock is going to be The Rock no matter what, man. I think Roman is where it's at right now, and that's what I'm trying to see. What are we doing with this guy who has completely dominated this industry for the last 2 fucking years, man? We can't feed him to the wolves. You can't, you beating everybody. You can't give him Braun Strowman. You can't give him. You need to make this man lose on, like I said, some crazy Austin Theory cash-in shit, or somebody's just completely, finally we got him. He hasn't been pinned. I saw a thing today. He hasn't been pinned in over 1,000 days, yo. He hasn't been pinned in 1,000 days. I can't remember the last time you heard some shit about a wrestler like that. Roman's on some other level.
He's got that. He's on that Bruno Sammartino level, man.
Trying to tell you.
He's beaten. Yeah, I think he's actually beat that record now. I think because it was 813 days.
Who? Bruno Sammartino? Nah, Bruno Sammartino was champion for like 10 years or 8 years or some shit.
Yeah, he really was though.
Yeah, he was like 8 years.
That's right. Yeah.
The only people, but he's third place now. I think the only people who were ahead of him was Bob Backlund and Bruno. Bob Backlund was like 5 years or some shit. But that was the old school when motherfuckers wrestled once a year. Yeah, fucking a match every Tuesday in a March.
Tuesday in a March.
They had UFC type fucking wrestling matches. Nah.
That's like an old school indie promotion and be like, hey man, we're going once a year every single run.
That was basically what it was back then, wasn't it?
Our one carnival show every month.
Yep.
All right, you guys, we got and the last matchup we got here to review AJ Styles and the Finn battle, the OC versus the Judgment Day. Me and Warren kind of like went over it. Warren said AJ needs this after losing some matches straight to Judgment Day, or just been on a losing streak. I'm all the way with Judgment Day. I'm all the way behind him. I dig him. Brian B, who you got between AJ Styles and Finn Balor?
I like AJ. I like Finn. If you ask me, I'm some goofy shit, bro. I think you should push all the ass together and make them one big fucking faction. I'm being honest with that. I think the Judgment Day are onto something. I think that they're a nice faction. I think it's interesting to watch them. Gives everybody something to do that's not fighting for a title, which is important. I think that the OC, being that Mia Yim came in now, I feel like you should push all the ass together and make them all like, some type of Bullet Club faction in WWE, and then have them start dominating on some real shit. Like have them on some NWO.
You would get the fan base mad about it, bro.
That shit would
be fan base would get mad.
But it would be phenomenal though, man. I mean, it's just for this match, I'll go with Finn. I think Finn is kind of on a nice streak right now, and is building him up to kind of put him in position if they do get one of them titles back on Raw. You need heavy hitters. You can't just have Seth and Bobby Lashley every week. You got to have people who are going to be a problem. I think AJ can afford the loss because he has been kind of on like kind of a downward position lately, but I think he can play it. I think if you take AJ and feed him to the Imperium dudes, I think that would be a nice faction for the OC. I think, him going after the Intercontinental Championship with Walter, I think they'd have really good matches. I think it sets
That's
up
the only thing I think is the downfall for Summer Survivor Series. It's always been Raw versus SmackDown. That's the only thing I think is the downfall for Survivor Series.
I'm not really that interested in that. I mean, it's fun when they did the champion things, but it's like, I think this is more interesting. I like the classic Survivor Series, yo. I like the 5-on-5 teams. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be, the bloodline or whatever. I just like that the teams. Everybody, find it was always like that awkward pairing where you get the Ultimate Warrior with Sid Justice and you know what I'm saying? People who we wouldn't like,
I ain't heard Sid Justice in forever. Yeah. Hey, you should be happy about this though. This is a WCW type match.
Yeah, it is. That's what I was talking to about too. When they had like the 2 cages and shit. I didn't know what it was called. 3 Stages of Hell. That's what I thought it was called, but I don't know. But I mean, I'm interested. I mean, it's going to be fun. But like I said, I feel like this is more like an elimination chamber. Yeah, I feel like it's more like an elimination chamber type thing, or a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view than a Survivor Series. Survivor Series is one of the big ones, yo.
Yeah, I agree. Hey man, this was a great one. Before we wrap it on up, man, this past weekend, last weekend, we seen MJF be crowned the new AEW World Champion, and I was watching Dynamite this Wednesday, and I was like, obviously MJF was away doing the movie, but I'm like, I thought it was so funny, and it was kind of like a fu to Chicago for him not showing up and being in Chicago. Like he just won the title. I was like, because I was really expecting MJF, but nonetheless, though, what's you guys' thoughts on MJF becoming champion? I'm gonna start with Brian because me and Warren was just talking about this on Commission Talks. But yeah, Brian, what's your thoughts on MJF?
I gotta be real. I'm not like the biggest AEW fan.
Okay,
I mean, I don't hate it, but I keep up with it. And I saw MJF, beat John Moxley. I saw how it was done. I saw him come out and rub his face in the girl titties and shit. I like MJF. Like I think he's got a lot of character, and I think that's like you just said. Like he does small stuff like that, like as a fuck you to the fans. He doesn't care. He's trying to play his part. He's like back in the day, kayfabe wrestling type guy.
Yeah.
He plays the whole position. I think it was the right deal. I think Mox is definitely great, but I think putting somebody fresh with a title on it. Is he a heel? Or is he? I can't even tell if he's like a heel or if he's pushing, because he did a great promo before Full Gear. And I feel like the fans were kind of getting behind him. So I don't know how to place him at this point. I feel like he can go either way, but I think it was the right decision. I think that it opens some doors for some new matches. I mean, Chris Jericho with the ROH going up against Cesaro or whatever his name is now. I think that's going to be some phenomenal shit right there too. That's coming forward. So it's like I feel like AEW has a lot of like really strong characters that and a lot of good stories that they can push through. I personally
They can just push gimmicks. That would be the best.
WWE has been so good recently, bro. It's hard for me to deter. Like I just been so into like what they've been doing recently, man. I can't even get into AEW right now because I'm like my shit is all what's Bray gonna do next? Who gonna beat Roman? Like I can't think about another fucking wrestling show right now. Like WWE, they taking over, man. They back on top for sure.
Yeah, I definitely agree, man. I definitely agree. Hey, yo, man, I appreciate you guys, man, taking your time out of your Saturday. Brian, how was your Thanksgiving, though?
Great, man. Oh man, it was a great thing, man. We actually got on. Hey, first of all, I want to say this to both of you guys. Yo, thank you guys so much, man. I was on both of you guys' show this week, and really
no problem, bro.
Gave me a chance to run my
you
mouth.
My Thanksgiving episode, bro.
Yeah,
2 years in a row.
We was watching it. Oh damn, that's right. Yeah, before that too. Yeah, we was watching it and stuff like that. But we actually did. I met these guys and we did like a whole podcast Thanksgiving special, and this guy did like a 9-hour podcast straight, and we was on there talking it up. It was really cool, man. I didn't stay on for the whole time. I chilled with my family, ate good food. But it was a lot of fun, man. We're meeting a lot of cool people. I'm starting something, and I can't wait for you guys to come on. I'm doing a live thing on. I got a StreamYard account now, so the show's gonna be a lot different when I come back next year. Yes, it's gonna be crazy.
All right, bro. Just a second, man. Joining us, you guys, and we about to wrap it up here, though. Lovely man, Blackheart, man, from Commission Talks.
My brother.
What's going on, Blackheart, man?
What's
going on, brother? Yeah.
I just always want to pop in, say what up to everyone, say salute to Dre, salute to Warren. I don't know, big boy up there, but happy that you're here supporting our guys. You'll catch me at Survivor Series in a couple hours, so look out for me on pay-per-view, y'all.
How was the taker?
Nah, I'll talk to you about that when I come back. I meant to hit you up this morning about that shit, but I was super tired.
Okay.
Like that. But,
hey man,
so I just stop and show some love and some support and everything like that. Jeez, man, it's gonna be crazy tonight.
Hey man, that's what's up.
We're gonna see what's up, man.
Yeah,
you gonna see both of them visually.
Huh?
Yo, go
I said you're getting to see it visually. We're seeing it on the screen.
Bailey for me, yo.
Try to grab.
It's going to be a different experience compared. Like you said, Warren, from watching it from behind a TV screen to actually be in the arena, it's a huge difference. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to this first War Game Survivor Series. Hopefully, they try to keep it. They try to keep some traditions every other year. keep going back and forth between Survivor Series, Styles, and War Games, I'll be cool with it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But just wanted to pop in, say what up to everyone. No, I ain't dead. I'm just taking some time and handling my situation behind the scenes. So,
hey man, keep taking your time,
All
man.
love,
Keep
bro.
taking your time. All love, all love. We was wrapping it up here on the show, man. It's been a great one. I appreciate everyone tuning in here. Everyone watching on Facebook. Everyone tuning in on YouTube. Before we wrap it up here, man, who want to go first, Warren? Well, Blackheart here, man.
I
Tell
mean,
everyone
yeah,
where they can.
I'm only gonna be in and out with it. Good news is we got our Twitter reinstated back. So at OTTR Mob, we're back on the floor. At OTTR Mob, on Instagram, Off the Top Ropes Podcast and Facebook groups. Off the Top Ropes Gaming on Twitch. Follow us everywhere. Download the IWNet, the Independent Wrestling Network. You get the great content, great matches, great promotions, great special guests, and great podcasts on that bitch. Cop some merch. Season 6 was still in season 6 right now, but we're slowly gonna go into season 7 soon. Bear with me, folks. It's gonna be a while. And I appreciate everyone that's been reaching out to me and to the mob, making sure that we're okay. A couple of us ain't doing too well and shit like that. So I appreciate the people that's been reaching out to us and giving us time to grieve and anything like that. But there's other people, you're gonna be hearing some shit from me, bro. So only time will tell about that. That's all I want to say about that. But Top Mob out.
Hey, I hear you, man. Appreciate you, Blackheart. Warren Marlowe.
Gang.
Hey guys, always a pleasure to be on here. Obviously we do commission every Wednesday and stuff, and it's always a blessing just to see what we've done from building that thing from the ground up, just from 3 podcasters, just loving wrestling and just being great friends all around. And then obviously shout out to my boy Brian B. I'm very proud to know that he's getting to be able to network and be more presented to more areas and stuff, man. I've said it from since I met this man. I was like, this man is the most hype man I've ever met, and people need to listen to his stuff for real. Like his stuff is so good. I remember we talk for an hour, 2 hours, hit the pause button, hit the click button, and still continue to talk constantly more. So it's good to see just the growth of podcasting itself, and just from the consistency that we all do, and to see what we have brought and what we have brought into this. And we might not be the top followers on podcast yet, but man, we're coming up, and everyone's putting in their work, doing all their things that we can. My little rant, but everybody check out Buzzing with Marlowe. My last episode was with that guy up there, the Mr. Flex up there himself, Mr. from the Beeline web show. We had a great chat talking about, rant about parenting, stuff that really needs to be approached about sports and obviously wrestling. So it's awesome thing, awesome chat. It was my second Thanksgiving episode with Brian B. So always a pleasure. Thank you for that one. And man, I just hope everyone enjoys Survivor Series. Blackheart, if you can see The Rock, you know what to do. You know what to do. Okay. I need that climatic ending regarding this. Okay. I will Photoshop whoever is next to this guy. Okay, and say I was there. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
All right, Brian.
Everybody's met this man. I haven't.
I haven't either. Shit. Let me read the rock.
I'm photoshopping somebody today, okay?
Shit, yo, but listen, hey, Warren, that was beautiful, man. You almost brought tears to my eyes and shit. But yo, listen, I love y'all, man. It's been fucking incredible. This week alone, I mean, I was literally just sitting back. Honestly, bro, I've been on fucking 9 shows. And I was talking to my girl about it, and I'm like, damn, yo, when I first started doing this, I ain't never thought that this was going to be the experience I was going to be having, man. But we are, kind of taking my little break for the rest of the season. I am putting out a couple more episodes that I have recorded already. Some amazing talent that's coming on the entertainment show that we host on Thursday nights. That's 9 p.m., the Beeline Entertainment. We're doing some things different, like I was just telling you guys. We're going to be starting a live kind of paneling discussion thing that we're doing called Live on the Line. And that's going to be kind of sporadic. It's not even going to have like a scheduled date or anything. But I love you guys, man. Yo, Dre, I was on Dre's show, I was on Warren's show. Can't wait to talk with Mr. Blackheart here and talk about wrestling. I love this shit. And we got so much more to come, and there's so many more amazing talents that haven't even like showed you guys yet, and you guys don't even know about. And the Larry Hankins and all this other shit we got going on lately. Warren, you had Larry on too, man. It's just been phenomenal, man. I've been meeting so many amazing people, and like I said, for me, I want to be famous with this shit. I want to make money off of this, but this isn't the experience for that anymore. Like it's literally just I'm just enjoying myself, and I can't speak on how much more that means to me than just fucking money and popularity. But I love you guys, man. I hope you guys all had an amazing holiday. I hope you guys continue to push forward. You guys have motivated me. Both of you have motivated me to even go even further in what I started. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it on y'all shows. But just continue pushing, man. We got a whole new fucking year we going into, baby. Yes. And I can't wait. Bro. We gonna do some big things. Big shit popping.
Also, guys, I'm doing a live watch along at 8:15 tonight.
Yeah, 8:15 tonight. I'm gonna drop in for sure.
It's gonna be my first ever watch along, so we're gonna see how this thing goes.
Hey, it's going down tonight, you guys. Definitely subscribe to Buzzing with Marlo. Tune into the live watch along, man. And Survivor Series, hope everyone enjoyed Survivor Series War Games. Before we go, hope everyone enjoyed the show. Don't forget to hit the like button, share it, leave a comment, and tell a friend about the 1130 podcast. This was a great one. Love talking wrestling, though. But before I go, you guys, man, I have a new show that's premiering this Thursday, you guys, Beyond 1130. Yes, Beyond 1130, you guys, coming this Thursday, December 1st. Tune in. I got some great guests, man. We're talking parenting, we're talking relationships, we're talking sex, current events. But this week's episode, this week's season premiere, we're talking parenting, man, for real. It's going down. Tune in to the 1130 Podcast YouTube page. And for this podcast here, Talk Pro Wrestling, the audio version will be available tomorrow, man. And also a new episode of the 1130 Podcast streaming this Wednesday on YouTube in the audio version if you want to listen to on the go on Spotify, man. Great episode. Thanks, Brian B, for coming through. Also, my guy, Warren Marlowe. Enjoy tonight's Survivor Series. Before I go once again, don't forget to follow the 1130 Podcast on all social media platforms. Follow me on Twitter at the 1130 Podcast. Like the 1130 Podcast on Facebook. Follow me on TikTok at the 1130 Podcast. And follow me on Instagram at the 1130 Podcast _. Yes, man. The 1130 Podcast all over the place, man. The links will be down below, you guys, shortly after this live episode here on YouTube and on Facebook. The links will be down below to Warren Marlowe's podcast and also my guy Brian B. And also the link will be down below so you can get a dope hoodie, man. Get you some merch for real. Bonfire.com/the 1130 Podcast. But yes, this all for the show, man. For real. I ain't about to keep rambling on with you guys. This has been a great one. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your weekend. Happy holidays, man. And yo, I'll see you guys next week, man. For real. Next week. And also this Wednesday for my birthday episode, man. For real. Getting old. Got a child, man. I'm loving it, man. All right, you guys. Yo, it's your man Dre, aka Dreonwheels. My guy Warren Marlowe and Brian B. We out, man.